Oh, it is what it is. Yes, sir.
You gotta love YouTube.
Get
Well,
away from
it's
that.
not necessarily YouTube. It's our crappy internet service.
Well, we've had a lot of come to Jesus meetings with our internet people.
Hello, everybody. It's Danny and Wanda from Deep South Homestead. We're just discussing our internet
Yeah,
or lack
or
thereof.
lack thereof. Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Let me move over this away.
I am enjoying a cup of hot chocolate, and Danny's just got his water tonight. And a lot of our friends have already been chatting in here. We've seen quite a few of them
Yeah, I mean,
already, and
I would drink some hot chocolate if I could find something that wasn't modified cornstarch or modified this and modified that. You know, everything's modified with something genetically, and I'm just not going to drink it.
I made him some hot chocolate from just organic cocoa, and he said I used way too much hot the
The
chocolates, the
chocolate,
cocoa.
it was like drinking liquid fudge.
So tonight we hit 200,000 subscribers this week, and we thought we'd just throw some pictures out, talk about it, our YouTube journey. It's been a little over 6 years,
Yeah,
or getting on 6 years. I don't know. We started our first
a long time ago. Let's just put it that way.
December 2016.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, our first video went up December 2016, and we've been going strong ever since. We usually put a video up a day, and if you don't know, that's about 6 years of videos.
Yeah.
Sometimes we would put a video up on Crazy Days. Once I started Crazy Days, that's my channel. And when Danny was doing All God's Children, we would put one up at least every 2 or 3 weeks or
Yeah.
once a month on All God's Children. So we've been doing this a while, and
And then
kind of glad.
Patreon. We got Patreon.
Now we have Patreon.
Yeah.
So now we're trying to keep up with Patreon, and you started a podcast.
And I got a podcast that I'm doing, and we have one on Mondays and Fridays on the podcast.
And if you haven't checked the podcast out, y'all need to. If you're where you can't sit and watch a video and you just want to listen, the podcast just easy listening. That's mainly what Danny's doing over there, and he's got. You've only done one interview with Billy from Permapastures,
Yeah,
right?
just one interview, yeah.
And so we hope to have more coming up and do some of that. But guys,
I mean, we've already had how many downloads? Over 10,000?
20,000.
Over 20?
Wait, no, 15,000.
Okay, over 15,000.
Over 15,000 in 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months.
So we thought that was pretty good. Not figured out how to make money on it, but it's good.
No, we don't.
It's just one of those things right now.
We don't make any money on the podcast. I mean, it's just something. It helps to calm me down, first of all, and it helps me to just kind of like chill out and remember the more simpler times of life. Because I'm not lying, y'all. We are blowing and going here at Deep South Homestead. We have so many projects in the making right now that literally.
We just want to finish them.
We just want to finish them. And I think when we get finished them, we'll probably sell Deep South Homestead and we'll move away somewhere.
Just chill.
Just chill.
No, if we moved, then you'd start all the projects all over again. Yes, you would.
No, I probably
yes,
wouldn't either.
No. When we get through, it's Chill City.
Or it's just
if we're still alive.
If we make it that far.
No, 2022 is our. I said 2021 was our year to finish things.
I knew 2021 wasn't going to be the year to finish things because we didn't have everything done. So I'm shooting for 2022. If the supply chain doesn't break down any worse than what it is, our big project that we had planned for this year.
It's going to be pushing it close.
It's going to be pushing it close because I talked to the gentleman that's going to be doing it, and he told me that the supply chain breakdown has been really bad on them. They can't get the stuff that they need, and it's really slowing them down. And so we may or may not get that done this year or not.
Thank you, One Delish. They said they love our show and love the smoker video.
Yes. Matter of fact, I'm hoping here in the next few months to be able to use that thing.
Within a month.
Within a month, I hope. Yeah.
We're planning on it, you know.
Well, some food for thought here. Let's just...
Deep South is in South Mississippi. See this T-shirt? You see the red dot? Where am I at? Right at red dot? That's where we're at. This is our T-shirt. Deep South has always been the gathering place, and we are way down here in South Mississippi. So if you're looking for T-shirts, we do have T-shirts available. Just saying. Okay, now.
You made me lose some. Anyway, we you know, I'm some testing the waters here right quick. You know, I'm wanting to do a pig butchering video and show how I actually, you know, do a pig, how I butcher a pig. I just don't know if it's if it'll go over on YouTube or not. If there's too many people on here that'll, you know,
thumbs down it and
just
cause it to get kicked off.
Yeah, thumbs down it, cause it to get kicked off, and go, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing that on YouTube. You know what I mean? But it's no different than processing a deer. I mean, you know, yeah, it's just food for thought. I mean,
somebody was asking, did you? But he's kind of wanting to do his own. We've done this before, but I don't think we showed it on YouTube. I don't
think we've ever showed it.
We might have, but have we? We did a deer. And
I've done a deer, but we had to move it over to Patreon.
We did chickens and
turkeys. Zipping past, guys.
Okay, so we have no clue what y'all said. It buffered and then it went.
Yeah, it's running like 90 miles an hour here.
Yeah, I see. Somebody said that they won't allow certain parts. Justin and Zoe?
I think so.
Something like that. Anyways, I done forgot. She had a baby and had to have help. And we have those videos.
We're going to have to redo here because it's not doing anything.
You want to see if you can... Hold on, guys.
I've got to...
He's going to refresh, and I don't know if it'll start a new one or what it'll do.
I don't know, but we've got to do something here because it's not... we lost everybody. Nobody's even going to see anything we're doing.
Yeah.
So I've got to come back.
Okay. Okay, now, are we back? You're back, right? Are we...
I'm trying to get everything back like it was.
All right, so you're good now. You're back. Back online. Okay.
Okay.
First off, let me show the picture because I don't think y'all saw what we were doing. All right, this was a video called Our Lifestyle, and Danny and I just talked about things that were going on here on our farm. This was probably 3 years ago. Because it had been 3 years ago because we had the goats, Ellie Mae and Zoe. And Ellie Mae had the first baby goat here since I was here. And Zoe was the first baby goat I ever helped deliver because she was in stress. And they were all healthy. And I'm holding sweet potatoes and you're holding...
Cherokee tan pumpkins.
Yeah.
It has been a journey. That's for sure. We have had a long journey here since the beginning, actually.
Yeah. All right, so I know we may buffer off and on. I don't know how much, you know, but somebody forgot to edit out some words across the thumbnail, but
yeah,
this is some of Danny's dirt.
This was living off the land, wasn't it?
Yes. You do a series.
Yeah, I was doing a series called Living Off the Land. We were talking about leaf mold here, I believe.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
And y'all can find all these videos in the past on Deep South Homestead somewhere. Just Google it.
This was a video we shot here. I remember this one. About digging post holes in the ground with a post hole digger and using corn cobs in the bottom of the post holes. I still do this even today.
Yeah, Danny still puts the corn cobs in. And this video is up. I mean, like I said, most of these are videos, and we'll be talking about different things we've done here. This was our 5-year anniversary. The first picture's the day we met. The other is when we had been married 5 years. We've been married now 8 years, right?
Yes, going on 9. But we were also on the Mississippi Gulf Coast with some friends that day.
Yes, the only time I think you and I've been on the beach.
Yes, I'm not a beach person.
I love the beach, and
she loves the beach. I hate the beach. I'm a mountain person. I don't like ocean sides. I've spent so much time on the ocean and all down there. I don't care about the ocean. I literally don't like it.
Not sure. We used to do a Danny and Wanda chat where this was before live streaming, and we would do not a live chat, just a chat. We'd sit down, chat about our day or our week, and put it up once a week. And when we started live streaming, then we quit doing the Danny and Wanda chat.
Person there, Kumar A says, when do y'all usually gather? I want to visit you and learn more tips. I am planning on buying 1 to 3 acres of land near Deep South. I am from Dallas, Texas.
Wow.
You just have to email us and
deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com, and we'll see what we can do about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we looked very different when we met. I had no hair hardly. I had short hair.
Yeah.
And Danny had cut his hair at that time.
Yeah.
And then he let it grow back out. This is
our first greenhouse that we actually built here at Deepsouth Homestead out of polycarbonate panels. We still have it. We mainly raise pineapples in it now.
Yeah, and we've got one growing now.
Yep, we have one growing now.
We've got a bunch growing in there, but one pineapple is good size, and we'll have a fresh pineapple in the future. And we have a video on some of that too. Wait, what am I doing? Okay, let me get this one off. Moving through. You remember that one?
Oh yeah, I cut Wanda's hair that day. I actually cut her hair.
You did actually several times after that. Instead of me going somewhere and getting my hair cut, he cut it for me, and he called my hair a horse's tail, kind of, sort of, didn't you?
I think so.
Okay, let's see.
Somebody's asking, how often do we water our pineapples? About once a week.
Yeah. This one, Danny was doing an experiment.
Terry Rogers, on your corner post, I would use cement on the corner post if I was you.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the black plastic versus clear plastic. Do you remember which one won?
I think the black plastic won that one. Because the clear plastic, weeds came up underneath it because the sun could shine through it.
Yeah. Well, it didn't go off. All right, this was the first little baby goat that I helped deliver. That was an experience, but that little baby goat was something special. And then when she got older, we sold all goats and went to cows.
Yeah.
I don't miss them, though, because goats were they were fun to have, but
they're worse than kids.
Yeah, it's like having a bunch of kids,
like
and I didn't have time for a bunch of kids. And so it's fun when you can get out and play with them and enjoy them, but then when you got to work, they're very loud and obnoxious and annoying, and they get out. Well, they didn't really get out. They just hollered all the time because they wanted to play, and I didn't have time to play. So...
Hillbilly Prepper says, do you think you might try olive trees? We had some olive trees,
don't we still have one?
It died.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah, it died.
It never did anything.
No, it had a few olives on it one time, but then it just gave up the ghost.
Yeah, that was it. Danny built me a log bed, and it is in our cabin. We have a whole playlist on building a log bed from start to finish. I think we even show you cutting down the trees, I believe, and building this bed. So that was a biggie for us when we were working on that.
This was where we had the squirrel revival at, wasn't it?
Yeah. If y'all hadn't seen this and y'all want to laugh, Danny had a squirrel run across his back.
I had a squirrel that ran up my leg, across my back, jumped off of my head, and into the tree in about 2 seconds flat.
The dog was barking because our dog, when we had Hank, loved to bark at squirrels. And he would chase around and around and around a tree. And Danny had caught, why did you catch, you didn't catch the squirrel on purpose.
No, the squirrel just got in, I was after a raccoon and the squirrel got in a trap.
Yeah, that's what it was. And he was going to be nice and release the squirrel. And Hank was running around barking, which kind of scared the squirrel even more. So when Danny opened the cage, it went up the first thing it got to, which was his leg.
My leg. It went right up my leg. Yes, Josh asked, have I ever raised sheep? Yes, we did. We raised the Katahdin hair sheep. The female had a miscarriage and ended up getting an infection and passing away. And then we had nothing left but the giant male, and it just wasn't working out for us. Sheep was just more what we wanted to fool with. So we took the male off to the slaughterhouse to have him butchered, and it was some of the best meat we have ever ate.
Yes, and we really...
Is it too late to plant strawberries in Zone 7? No, actually, November is the time to plant strawberries.
Somebody wants to know...
What kind of dog did y'all have? He was a cur.
Thoughts on using cement on high tunnel poles?
If you use cement on your high tunnel poles, make sure you put plastic around the poles so that the cement, the lime, don't eat the poles up. This is our broad fork that we got. It's called a no-till easy digger. Company in Montana, I think Montana that actually makes them, I believe. The guy just works out of his shop, I think, right there at his house. It's not a big factory or nothing.
And it really is a great way to break up soil, and especially with us with the panels. We could get up next to the panels and pull it backwards, and it would break the soil up next to the panels without us having to take the panels down. That was a really big deal for us.
Step by step syrup making at home. Guys, we literally have a whole playlist on here on, I think we got several of them, as a matter of fact, on making
2 different playlists on
making
cane syrup.
Cane syrup, how to plant it, how to grow it, how to cut it, how to strip it, how to squeeze it, how to cook it. I mean, literally everything about making cane syrup we have a video on.
And Danny did a podcast called Biscuits and Cane Syrup.
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. Did one. Yep.
One called Biscuits and Cane Syrup. Yep. I think that was the title of it. And this is one of our high tunnels. We were just inside. 2020, we built Danny's high tunnel. And people get on to me because I call it Danny's and mine and whatever. But we have to distinguish between all the buildings here. And we have to give them names. And Danny's became known as the King Dome. And so when he decided to get a second one, I said, well, that one's mine. And I called it the Queen Dome.
Yeah.
And now we have a third one. And I'm not sure.
I don't know what we'll call it.
Right now it's the cabin one. It's over at the cabin.
It's over at the cabin, yeah.
And so 2020 was the year for us to build high tunnels, which we built a third one in 2021.
We built the third one. And you know what? We might
surprise them.
We might surprise them, mightn't we?
Shortly.
Shortly, you might get a surprise.
And this was us growing in Danny's. This was a collaboration we did with Grow Family Network, who has a high tunnel, and Alderman Farms, who has a high tunnel. And we did this showing the inside of Danny's with all the trees and peppers and stuff growing at night.
Did y'all grow sugar cane and sorghum for syrup? We only grow the sugar cane. Well, sorghum doesn't do too good down south here. Cajun Homestead said he just required a sugar cane mill.
Oh.
We are literally loving the high tunnels though. They provide us with so much food. It's just amazing, and stuff does so much better.
This was Danny's newest accomplishment this year. This wasn't in the plans exactly. He had been talking about a cub for, I guess, ever.
Yeah, I always want a cub.
We decided one week, we talked about it for a couple of days. He said, I think it's time we start looking for a little cub tractor. And I said, okay, we'll go online or whatever and see if you can find one. And he went online that day and he found one that was in the town next to us, and he called and left a message, and we didn't hear from him. And the next day we were working around here, and we don't usually ever go to town after lunch.
No, never.
And he just come in and he says, I think we need to run to town and do something, whatever it was he wanted to do.
Yeah, I forgot what it was.
And I said, well, okay, if you think you want to go right now. And he said, yeah, let's go. When we drove by this fella's house, he had just put this cub out and was walking back to the house. As we went by, we turned around and came back, talked to him, and we bought it.
We bought that one 15 minutes after he put it up for sale.
And Danny was so excited. He's been working on this thing, and he went out there today, and he gets on it. As he's walking, he's going, man, it's cold.
It's so cold out here. I said, I hope this thing cranks, man. Gosh, I hope it cranks. And I got on it. I mean, I hit the button, and it cranked instantly. And I was just like, yes, I love this tractor, man.
He was high-fiving it big time.
I love it.
That it
well, I've completely rebuilt it. It's brand new.
Yeah. So, I mean, he was just loving it. And he rode it around the property for 15 minutes before putting it back up. Last year we built 2 ponds and stocked them in September. We stocked them. We built them in June, July.
June and July, yeah.
Something like that. And we stocked them in September. And this was this year, about a month ago?
About a month ago.
Look at the size of those.
Look at the size of those catfish. And we have some now even larger than that.
They're beautiful. Yeah. That was mine. We weighed it, and it weighed almost 4 pounds.
Yeah, that one was almost 4 pounds.
It was 375 or something like that.
This is our new look at the cabin. We spend a good bit of time over there now, and especially being it's winter time. And Wanda had just fixed me some, I think it was popcorn and hot chocolate, wasn't it?
Yep.
And I was outside sitting on the porch, just enjoying the night. It wasn't really cold, and it wasn't really hot. It was just a nice, pleasant night. I've been sitting there hooting back and forth with the owls and stuff like that, and having a really, really good time, and sitting down just enjoying some good old hot chocolate and popcorn.
Somebody's asked him, hey, Lily, what size high tunnel is good for starts? We have room for a 24-foot, but don't know if it's manageable to put up one, just the 2 of us. We have videos.
We got videos on how to build high tunnels.
It was just the 2 of us.
It's just the 2 of us, and we're both 60 years old. We put them up. Of course, now I have a lot of equipment. Let me say that. I do have a lot of equipment.
Yes, we do buy our fish from Slade's, our starter fish, yes.
Yeah, we buy our fish from Slade's, and we also feed our catfish. Yes. Now, we haven't fed them in, it's my fault, probably. We haven't fed them in, 2 weeks.
I fed the back ones the brim bread. I had 2 end pieces and I fed them bread. They love it. They love bread. So they're really... All right, this was the back pond one foggy morning.
Yep, that's one morning when it actually one of the first mornings it started turning cool and the water was still warm.
Yeah.
Do we have whippoorwills where we are? Yes, we have whippoorwills.
All right, guys. This been several years ago. We were in what was called the Homestead Network and met a lot of different homesteaders. And one of them was Big Bear Homestead, who traps.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm going to make Danny a hat, a coonskin cap. And it probably was a year and a half or better later, he sent him a hat. And so...
I still have it.
Yep, we still got it. And Danny was just trying it on this day. This is some of our t-shirts that we have on Bonfire, Deep South Homestead t-shirts. When we got them, we were posing for, I guess, to show the shirts off, something like that.
Can a pond get too many fish? Gwen says, yes. If you do not catch fish out of a pond on a regular basis, your fish in your pond will be small, and their eyes will be real popped out of their head and everything. They'll be stunted. You must take out so many fish a year based on the size of the pond.
And we do have videos on the pond build and all. We videoed the whole thing as far as building. Question the answers.
Thank you, Question the Answers. Said, hello from Texas. Y'all ever think about making a time capsule for your grandkids? It's very fun and easy to do. Love y'all. Stay safe, my family. Actually, YouTube may be our time capsule. We're not sure yet. This is a photo that we had done. One of our neighbors actually did this for us.
American Gothic.
Yeah, did the American Gothic picture for us.
And we use this picture off and on for
It's on the front of your cookbook, isn't it?
Nope.
Nope. I thought it was on one of your cookbooks.
This one is on the front of the cookbook.
Oh, this one's the one on the front of the cookbook, yes.
This is the American Gothic modern version.
Yes.
Danny and Wanda modern version. So this is what is on the front of my cookbook. And while we're talking cookbooks, everybody's been asking, there will not be any more cookbooks. I can't get them before Christmas. They would be after the first of the year sometime. So we're just going to wait and see about next year.
Urban White Buffalo says, do y'all need to keep stocking the pond or is it self-sustaining now? Ours is completely self-sustaining. We have so many fish in our pond. It's just funny. It's fun to watch the bass around the edges, but that's another story, I suppose. This here was...
you did a video called The Journey.
No, this is not The Journey.
Oh, no, this is
the thumbnail for
All God's
Children.
That's right.
Yeah. This is the same bench where I done The Journey. But all this land has been pushed and cleared now. And it's over at the cabin and cows are in there and we have hay rings there. All this is gone now.
Yeah. We don't even have the Journey bench there anymore. The cows knocked it over. I took all the wood out, but we haven't set it back up anywhere. This was before we ever got a new tractor. This is our original tractor Danny has. We still have it.
We still have it. And I may sell this thing. I'm not 100% sure yet, but Wanda was on it trying to drive it. And I don't actually remember what was going on there, but I remember...
We were fixing to get our first tractor, and this was the thumbnail we used before we got Annie.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
I do have sweet potato manuals back on Etsy. If I don't have any, I will put some up later.
We got plenty of them in. The printer just got them in to us.
So
we got plenty.
And the English P manuals.
And the English P manuals, yes.
Yes. So this is, what kind? This is a Belarus.
Yeah, this is 250 AS Belarus.
And we still have this tractor, actually.
Yep. This is our syrup mill. This is one of the times we were squeezing our cane syrup right here. We're actually squeezing our juice to make the cane syrup.
Actually, there's no brakes on that tractor. That's why he was telling me, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lippy said hit the brakes.
There are no brakes on that tractor.
Danny would drive the tractor around the field, and then when he got out at one end, he'd turn around and go to the other end and start, because the steering wheel only turns one way.
Well, it's a typical Belarus. It turns sharper in one direction than it does the other.
And so he would ride in the same direction around and around the field, never stopping until he got ready to, and then he'd gear down or whatever. Yeah. Break it down going up a hill. But Danny redid this cane mill.
Yeah, I completely refurbished this cane mill. It was like a brand new one. And went through it completely. We have videos on how we took this mill apart and rebuilt it. Pouring the bearings for it, all kinds of different things. We have all that in a video.
And then making syrup.
Yep.
And there's my first tractor.
Loaded the bucket with sweet potatoes. We growed some awesome sweet potatoes now.
Yeah. We kept this tractor, maybe a year? No, 6 months.
We kept it 6 months, yes.
We kept it 6 months, and then we upgraded to a bigger tractor. And then it's a long story. There's videos on the next couple of 3-4 tractors before we ended up
next 2 or 3 tractors.
Before
we got to the Kubota. Now this is the front garden with pink-eyed purple hulls.
And okra in the background?
And okra in the background. I mean, it's hard to believe the garden looked like that.
And behind him is lemongrass.
Yes.
I always have a thing of lemongrass across there.
This was was this when Julianne and them were here? We
no,
shot this?
What
was this?
The Lorries were here.
Is that when that was?
Yes. And
oh yeah, because we was over at the Lorries.
We had a bonfire, and I told Danny he had to put the hat on, and he looks like Scrooge. He usually is Scrooge. He's not a Christmas person.
I don't celebrate Christmas, and
when I put the hat on, he really looked like Scrooge. I was laughing.
Oh, now this is a place that has.
Does anybody know what this place is now? This is what it looked like.
2 years ago.
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
3 years ago, this is what one place in our
Do you know what's there now?
I will send somebody a free gift. Let's see, a mini flashlight. Hand me that mini flashlight behind you.
I don't even see a
light. Where's your arm?
I don't see a flashlight.
It's there in the box. If somebody can tell me what was there.
If somebody can tell us what's there right now.
Lou, just Lou? Is she the first one?
I don't know.
Lou, just Lou. So far, yeah, I think this is where the high tunnels are now.
I think it was Lou, just Lou.
I saw Lou, just Lou first. I don't know my.
Our internet's really slow, but that's who we seen first.
Yeah, that's who we saw first. So maybe our moderators can see. But Lou, if nothing else, one of Olight's. Let me see which way I gotta go. Olight's little keychain flashlights. You can send me your address at deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com. So I think it was Lou, but now I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I think it was Lou.
So we'll send it to Lou. We'll call it for Lou.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had corn probably.
I had corn back there, yeah.
Thank you, Denise. I really like your channel. I want to get a little land in northeast Nebraska. Thank you. All right. So that's my picture show for tonight. I was just going to show y'all a few things. We're going to have a giveaway.
Yeah, this coming week, hopefully.
We'll do a giveaway, but I wanted to show something that's going to be in the giveaway.
Yeah, we're going to let y'all know. This year, we had we have a lot of nice things that's going to be in our giveaways.
And a lot of them are from homesteaders or they're from things that people make. We didn't buy this from Walmart and stuff like that. This is one of them. I don't know I need to go in front of you.
This is going to be one of our new giveaways. This is a very expensive cutting board.
Danny's stepson, Henry, made this cutting board. I saw it on his site and picked it up, and we're going to be giving it away because it is homemade. This would be your previous wife, Debbie, who passed away.
Yeah,
it's her son.
It's her son. It's my stepson.
And he sent us this
He also makes these trivets that you can set hot things on your countertops. And
I thought that was awesome. So check out Bert's Custom Designs. It's BURT_SCUSTOM Custom Designs with a S, and it's Bert's Custom Designs LLC.com, or on Etsy it's Bert's Custom Designs with a S.
Yeah.
So we're going to be giving that away. We're going to do a video and show all the things we're giving away.
We're giving away a lot of expensive stuff this year.
And most all of it is going to be from, like I said, other people. The Encyclopedia of Country Living.
Yeah, we're going to give away it's a brand new one, but it's an Encyclopedia of Country Living. I forget what edition it is, but it's one of the really nice.
Behind you.
Is it still back here?
The 35th edition?
This is mine, ain't it?
Nope.
Okay, is this it?
Yeah, 35th edition.
Okay. This is going to be one of our giveaways right here. We're going to be giving this away from Miss Carla Emery. It's a big, thick one. This has everything in it to do with homesteading.
All right, you stick that. Then we're giving away this book, The Foxfire 2. Everybody's been talking about wanting Foxfires. Danny had 2, so we're giving 1 away. That pack of seeds, right by you.
Right here. I guess, did that fall out of it?
Yep. We have a pack of seeds. I'm talking probably 25 different types of seeds. Most all of them are grown here at Deep South, or have been at some point at Deep South, including Cherokee Tan, Blue Mohican corn, Stowell Evergreen sweet corn, Red Ripper field peas, Cherokee White Eagle. There's some cotton. There's some Danny corn, okra. What was it? Broadleaf mustard.
All kinds of stuff.
You can raise your whole garden with that pack.
Yeah.
Just saying. This one I got to mark off because I just got. Okay. Miss Lippy's Bayou Blends. We're giving away the trio: the Clucking Good, the Porking Good, and the Swamp Mix. So we're gonna. Somebody will win that. We have a $100 gift certificate to My Patriot Supply from Miss Allison. A Deep South Homestead mug from Terry Jordan over at Adonai Graphics. Miss Teresa Allen, 2 Jadam books. She sent the money and I turned around and ordered them. They'll be here at the end of next week. So we're going to have 2 Jadam books on order. You holding it up? Bert's, B-U-R-T-S, Bert's Custom Designs, LLC.com.
Give you time to actually get it.
All right. Miss Lippy's Bayou Blends on Etsy. And that is Gemini Homestead, one of our moderators. That's who that is. Then we have candle melts. Jan from Not a Real Farm in Canada sent me some candle melts. And y'all, these are called Miss Wanda's Coffee. She's got it written on the back. Miss Wanda's Coffee. And her name, do y'all see this? calm in sense. Instead of common sense, calm in sense. These are candle melts, and y'all, this coffee smells amazing. I'm gonna just tell you.
I want you to put Bert's link in the description.
Okay, I'll type it. All right, and the last thing for now is Hoss Tools. It is a microgreens kit. Greg over at Hoss Tools is going to send a microgreens kit to the winner. All right. Go ahead and...
I'm just looking at some of the things. People are talking about they're going to be checking out Bert's beautiful work. Yeah, I mean, he done a fantastic job. I mean, literally, I was really pleased with the work that we had done.
If you'd talk, I can type.
I'm trying to see what... and tonight in the giveaways, guys, I think the giveaways this time are really nice. I mean, they're...
Well, we didn't want to do just Walmart stuff.
Yeah, we didn't want just plain stuff. We wanted to do stuff we thought people could use, people could stock up on, something that would be handy for someone to have, something that was usable. You know, we didn't want to just go buy some little trinket stuff, you know. And I think that it's going to be some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, and too, I was going to mention the melts, the candle melts. Jan at Not a Real Farm does several kinds. The coffee is the one I'm giving away, but she does gingerbread and all kinds of stuff. She's doing chocolate bombs and now tea bombs. Now, I was contacted by Miss Laurie Harp. She ordered the Fundamentals of Gardening. That was a book that Danny and I showed, and they do it for each section of the country. And they kept sending her, she had to order 3 times, I believe, and they kept sending her the Northeast one, and she doesn't live in the Northeast. She finally got the book she needed, but she said she would send somebody that lives in the Northeast the Fundamentals of Gardening if somebody would let me know, and I'll send her the address. So if you live in the Northeast, send me a email at deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com if you're interested in Fundamentals of Gardening for the Northeast, and I will get that to her. We're going to do a giveaway video showcasing all that stuff, telling all the details and stuff, possibly Monday. Maybe. It's according to what happens tomorrow.
It just depends on what happens tomorrow, because we are in like hyper mode here with like... I was sitting here just thinking how many construction projects we have going on right now. I mean, I know we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I right? We've got 5 construction projects going on here at one time.
Yeah.
And I am doing them all with a little bit of help from Ms. Wanda.
And he's bouncing back and forth.
And I bounce back and forth between all 5 of them every day, because some of them I get to a certain point and I have to wait till I can do something. I have to wait on material or I have to wait on something. Then I have to go to the next one and I work on it. And I try to get a certain amount accomplished on each one of them every day. It's
and that's what we've been doing, and
yeah,
we're trying to keep the greenhouses. I'm trying really hard to keep the greenhouses kind of going. I planted some potatoes in mine to see how they're going to do, because Danny's got potatoes in his, and they're doing amazing right now. And my English peas are up about, what, a couple inches?
They're up about 2 inches high, I guess.
And
yeah.
we planted carrots in mine. Some of those are up just maybe an inch. What else?
I moved my pepper plants today out from in front of the cabin building, and I put them in the new high tone. I don't know how they're going to do. We're supposed to get down to freezing tonight, and I don't have any doors on the ends of it or nothing. I just put them up against one of the side walls in there, and we didn't get any hay yet to cover up the end, so...
Okay, so Country Homestead Preacher
Danny,
says,
on that special deal at Grower Solutions for either the ground cover irrigation, which one do you think would be more useful? The ground cover, because ground cover will save you a lot of time.
Especially in a high tunnel.
In a high tunnel, it is a definite. I would do the ground cover. Let me say that.
We're still having the Blue Eddy problem. We're just going to have to call them and get on the phone and just try and see what's happening.
Yeah.
They have not sent us another thing since we sent them a video. We've not heard from them. So.
Yeah, we've got to get back to them and make a phone call, because the emails they're just not answering the emails.
No.
Either that, or I'm gonna send them an email and tell them I'm fixing to go online and do a bad review on their power stations, because we're having trouble, And if you won't talk to me, that's Blue Eddy, Raymond. Our Rock Pal is doing fine.
Yes, we
love the Rock Pal.
We've not had any issues.
No issues with it whatsoever. But the Blue Eddy, we are having problems with two of them.
We've never had a problem with Blue Eddy until the newest one, the 2000, messed up within the first week. And as soon as it did, then the one we had for a year wouldn't charge. So yeah. I don't know. Danny's got it charging. How are you charging it now?
Which one?
The blue one. Or are you charging?
I'm not charging it at all. It's charged.
Oh, okay, but
we're using a generator now to run the cabin.
Yeah.
We're not actually using them at all.
Yeah. So we've had issues with two of them, and we just need to see if they're fixed. We can get them fixed.
Philippians says, Danny, you're feeling lately like you look very tired. I am tired. I am war slam out. I've been going since daylight this morning, all the way till right before we came online, and this is every day, every week, because we're trying.
He's asking, do you have a specific? Yes, his back.
Yeah, my back and my heart. That's the two things that bother me. My stomach seems to be doing okay. It's just my back and my heart. I have problems with them, but I can't stop because there's nobody but me.
And when he stops, the heart is worse.
Yeah. Actually, when I stop, my physical side gets worse. As long as I'm working, I seem to be okay. It's just that. When I stop, I have lots of physical issues.
Yeah, and so we've really appreciated everybody that's joined us in live streams, watched our videos, supported us in whatever way, going to Patreon, going to Etsy, going to podcast, whatever you've done and helped us. We appreciate the emails.
Yeah, we appreciate everything.
The prayers, anything you've done to help support Deep South is a blessing. And we just want y'all to know we are really, I guess, humbled by this.
We are humbled by it. Wanda and I was sitting here talking tonight before the live stream, and I get a little personal now. I mean, a little transparent. The truth of the matter is, a lot of the stuff we've done here at Deep South Homestead, had it not been for YouTube and showing other people how to do things, we probably would not have done them. And I told Wanda, I said, if we had not put 2 ponds in, if we had not built a cabin, if we had not bought cows and bought pigs and put up new fencing and if we had not built the high tunnels and stuff for the YouTube videos, is why we done them, and to show people that it could be done. Yeah. If we had not done all this stuff, Wanda and I would be very wealthy. And
But what would we spend our money on?
Well, we sit and talked about that. We said, well, what would we have spent the money on? We'd have just died in our old age with lots of money, and we would have gotten no benefit out of it. So we
feel like we spent the money wisely.
Yeah.
On the property. We made improvements. We made it sustainable, and we wanted to show people that it can be done in less than 5 years, we have created a place that was a house, a barn, and a yard.
That's it.
And that was it. And a chicken pen. It had a house, a barn, and a chicken pen, and just 10 acres. Most of it in woods. And we've created what we have now in 5 years. So it's doable.
Yeah.
And you can do it piece by piece. You don't need as much as we've done. We've kind of overdone sometimes, like 3 high tunnels and counting. And
well,
you know,
I mean,
but we.
but when people, I mean, our whole goal, I have a video coming up this coming week. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the name of it. It's going to be called "Help Me Help You," and I think that, and this is a video I'm going to be putting up to kind of test something that I'm actively involved in right now. I'm actually working with another company behind the scenes, and I'm wanting to help everybody because I know what's coming. There's not going to be much food in the future, and I'm wanting to help as many people be able to have the best possible way to stay sustainable in the future. And I've actually met with the CEO of the company. I mean, I'm working behind the scenes to try to get something out here for everybody to have and that needs it. And I'm going to do this video this coming week so that hopefully everybody will have an opportunity to be able to raise their own food in the future. So
it'll be more. He'll talk about it in depth, but
yeah,
and it won't be for everybody.
It won't be for everybody. It's not for everybody. But it will be for a lot of people who are interested. And I think once I do it,
a lot of people will say that is too well. Without going in details, you wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't understand. A lot of people wouldn't understand until I actually shoot the video.
Yeah, but this is something that came up, and we thought some people could use this, and that's our whole goal. When we do product reviews, we show how to build the high tunnels. We show how to. He's been showing how to redo a tractor. I mean, all these things, all our building projects and stuff, we show how to do, hoping that somebody learns some little something they didn't already know, or it helps them, in some way. We want you to know it's doable. Not everybody will do everything, but if one video helps you, then that's a plus for us.
Kyle says, "Why don't you write a book?" Well,
when
I get up at 4 o'clock, between 3:30 and 4 o'clock every morning. I go to bed around 10:30 at night, and I work all that time. I never stop during that time. And I don't know when I would have time to write a book. I mean, lots of people tell me they want me to write a book. But
and he's got 2 books already, the Sweet Potato Manual and the English Pea Manual. And he's supposed to have a whole series by now. He wrote these books 4 years ago.
Yeah, and I had planned on writing one on every vegetable in the garden. And I got 2 of them done. And I don't have the time because things in the world begin to progress faster than I anticipated. And as a result, because of the breakdowns that's coming in this country, I'm having to put things in high gear right now and put everything else to the side and bust my tail to make it happen.
Thank you, Kamala, or Camila, Kamala. I don't know how you say your name. She says she's ordering a cutting board. Somebody says, how much has your taxes increased for improvements in 5 years?
Actually, nothing yet.
Not yet.
They have not come and done any upgrades on the property. They did come out one time.
And they said they'd give us till next year.
And I ran them off. They came out here and they come on my property without my permission. And I ran them off my property. And I told them, I said, if you want to come out here and go through what I have, here's my phone number. We will set up a time. But don't ever just drive up on my property again, because that's a good way to get shot, And they left. And I haven't seen them, haven't heard from them.
We'll know in January.
No, we've already got our tax thing, I think.
No.
We hadn't already got it yet?
Not yet.
Okay, well maybe.
We'll know by the end of December.
They usually send it by,
no.
They usually send it in December.
Yeah. We hadn't got it yet.
We hadn't got it yet. So
we'll
far,
know
It's went up nothing.
Yeah.
But then again, where we live at in our county, once you reach 65, you don't have to pay taxes on the total amount of everything. So, and I'm only 3 years away from that. So,
we might have to pay a couple of years.
a couple of years I might have to pay, but if they don't change the law, let's put it that way.
Yeah, we're kind of hoping to get there pretty quick, but you know, property taxes is doable because we don't owe a house note.
Yeah, we don't owe a house note, so if the property taxes went up, we wouldn't have a bad problem with that.
No, we wouldn't like it, but you know, we don't like
I don't
a lot of
I don't
things.
like paying taxes because I don't like what they do with my tax money.
Somebody said you should have shot him when you had the chance. He scared them.
I scared the crap out of them.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
They didn't. They were like, okay.
Do we freeze dry food? Yes, we have whole playlists on freeze dried foods.
And
if you want to look, let me just say this. If you like freeze dried food and you can't afford a freeze dryer, we have a link in our description down below from My Patriot Supply. We order from them even though we have a freeze dryer because some things we can't freeze dry. We can't freeze dry butter. We can't freeze dry honey. You know, we can't do these kind of things. Peanut butter.
And they have powdered.
And they have powdered peanut butter, powdered honey, powdered this, powdered that. We buy it and we set it up because it's just one of those things that we want something too. You know, I mean, we don't want to do without. But we've actually talked with them and we have a promo code that you guys can use and get a discount. We did that for y'all.
And we're giving away a $100 gift certificate thanks to Miss Allison.
Yeah.
In our giveaway for My Patriot Supply. So the winner will get to spend $100 on their site. And, you know, My Patriot Supply is really a good way to stock up if you don't have a freeze dryer and you want to have something stuck up.
Yeah, just check out our link in the description
I like their
down
food.
below.
I've tried their foods before.
It actually tastes pretty good.
It tastes good. It tasted really, really good because I had tried Thrive Life and I hated the taste of their food. And I've not tried everything with My Patriot Supply, but I've tried about 6 or 7 different things, and so far I have been very satisfied. I even bought the orange drink because it's an energy drink. I haven't tried it, but I bought it and put it up because if worse comes to worse and we need something, if one of us is sick or something, then we have orange drink.
Oh, let's see. Alejandro, thank you so much for the $20 donation. Hello, Danny and Wanda. Our whole family watches your Porch Time all the time. We wish we could send you guys more. Your encouragement and deep knowledge are greatly appreciated by our whole family. Thank you, Alejandro.
Thank you. Y'all, dehydrated water, can you freeze dry it? I really wanted him to do a freeze drying water video. I thought that would be awesome. So I don't know if he'll ever get around to it, but we might.
For one person, is it worth getting a freeze dryer? I don't think so for one person. I'm going to be honest.
If I was one person.
If I was one person, I'd go over to My Patriot Supply and just buy it. I'd use this promo code. I'd get the discount that we have offered, and I'd just buy my food there because a freeze dryer is pretty expensive and it's pretty time consuming.
The only way I would do it is if you're on a special diet and you can cook your food and then freeze dry it. Yes, it would be well worth it if you're on a special diet because you could cook your own food like in bulk, freeze dry it, and package it in your small servings for one person. But on My Patriot Supply, they also have individual packs. You don't have to buy the big number 10 cans. You can buy it in little packs, and that way you only have to open up what you want in quite a few of the things that they have.
Starla says, I am allergic to orange, so Tang is not a prep item for me. For source of vitamin C, what else could I use? Lots of things are extremely high in vitamin C. I mean, sweet potatoes is high in vitamin C. Peppers are high. Sweet peppers are high in vitamin C if you let them get completely ripe. There's just a ton. Cherokee tan pumpkins are high in vitamin C. Carrots are high in vitamin C. I mean, I could just go on and on. I mean, there's lots of things out there.
Donna asked, do we use a lot of electricity? Our power bill has not been
No.
over $160 in months.
In months and months.
And we have two
I-
houses. Well, the cabin is off grid.
Cabin's off grid, but we have a well. We've got 3 or 4 deep freezers going, 2 refrigerators going, a shop
The high
going.
tunnels.
The high tunnels are all running off of it. Wells, 3 hot water heaters, electric stoves. I mean, heating unit in the house, AC unit in the house. All this, and our power bill isn't over $160 a month. Now we do manage.
Yeah.
Our power extremely tight, but
About, let's see, I don't know how many years ago. It was probably 6, 7. Was it before we started YouTube? I
Yes.
think it was before we
it's
started
before
YouTube.
we started YouTube. Yes.
We had absolutely no money to pay bills, hardly at all. We were slim to none, month to month, and we were limited to what we had, and our unit messed up. And in, I think, October of that year, our power bill was $300 and something, and we just had a fit. We didn't know how we were going to pay it. So Danny went and got a wood heater and put in here, and we watched for 1 week. Did we do it a week or a month?
A month. We did the
We
whole
did
month.
a whole month.
Yeah, we did a whole
We
month.
watched our power every
we
day.
took a meter reading off the meter every day.
And we turned everything off except for the refrigerator, the freezers. That was the only things we left going all day, every day, 24 hours. If we took and turned the washing machine on, we went to see how much we looked at it before it, we read it before we turned the washer on, we read it afterward. We did that on everything for 1 month. Our power bill that month was down to, what, $40 or $50?
About, I think it went down to 50.
Something like that.
Yes, $50.
And we knew we could do it. So now we keep lights turned off. We keep everything unplugged except what we need. We go to the cabin at night for the most part, and there's no electricity over there. We leave the refrigerators and freezers on here, but unplug most everything. And you would be surprised at what you can save when you really, really pay attention. I cook in bulk. Like if I'm going to be using the oven, I make sure I've got 3 or 4 things I'm going to cook, and I cook all of them at one time, and then I don't use the oven again. When you cook one thing in the oven, and then 2 hours later you cook something else in the oven, and 3 hours later you cook something else in the oven, you're using a lot of electricity.
Mr. Danny, have you ever grown blue Hopi corn? If so, any tips? Yes, blue Hopi corn is not meant to be planted in rows like conventional corn is. Blue Hopi corn was planted like 6 or 8 seeds per hill in mounds spaced every 4 feet apart. And I've done it. It grows really good. I mean, blue Hopi corn is makes the best corn chips and stuff like that's made out of it. It's just really, it really is good, and it works out really good. Make sure you use plenty of nitrogen. That's the key to corn. Plenty of nitrogen and plenty of lime.
Somebody said, have we ever had bees? Yes, we have.
Yes, we've had bees many times.
We don't have them now because we decided to put a cabin over there where the bees were, but we did have them at one time. We do have some videos on that too.
Yes. Let's see here. Unplugging helps bunches. Yeah, most people, Hebrews Queen, most people don't understand what a phantom draw is. If you leave everything plugged up in your house all the time, you're still using electricity. Wanda and I unplug everything. If I go to town, I unplug everything. I'm not leaving my house with anything plugged up in my house. And we don't leave anything turned on, like power strips and stuff like that. Cell phone chargers, computer all that has to be unplugged. We do not leave anything plugged up except maybe the router for the internet system.
And the
refrigerators and the freezers and stuff. But other than that, like lamps, a lot of people have lamps and lights and electric blankets and all this kind of stuff. Hair dryers, they just leave sitting plugged in all the time. No, it's still using electricity.
Printers, you
printers,
name it.
anything, computers. It's all still using
Coffee pot.
electricity. Even though it's not on, it's got a phantom draw.
All these appliances in your kitchen, if you leave them all plugged up, everything pulls electricity at some point. We found that out too at the cabin because we used the Big Blue Eddy. I think that's when we noticed it the worst.
Yeah.
We plugged it up, used it for lights for just a few minutes, flipped the lights off, and went to bed and got up the next morning. It was down 20% or more overnight, and nobody had turned a light on all night long. And it was just simply the light on it was pulling the juice down. So yeah, you got these draws even though it's on.
Doug S. says, can onions be grown in the winter? Yes, as a matter of fact, bulbing onions, the biggest issue with them, ours will be delivered here in the next couple of weeks, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be planting ours. The main thing is when you plant onions is you have to determine whether you have a long day, short day, or day neutral variety. Whichever one you need for your area is what you need to get. Now we live in the south, so we have to have a short day variety or a day neutral variety. If you live up north, you need a long day variety.
All right, my suburban homestead wants to know what is a good source for bulk solar panels. We have a link for Renogy, R-E-N-O-G-Y, Renogy. That's who we are using with our solar panels, except for the last ones that we got from Borg.
B-O-U-G-E. Bogue. However you say it, Bogue.
I don't know. We got one from them and we liked it, and I think we have another one coming from them. But the others came from Renogy. We ordered those, and you can look, and we have a link in the description because we do. Renogy was the first ones we purchased, and we asked to be an affiliate with them after that. They did not send us anything. We approached them, and we had already bought the Renogy solar panels.
Yes. And we don't leave lights on. That's another thing.
Yeah.
We turn off all lights in our house all the time.
Well, I've got one light in there. Every light in the house is off except for one in the living room, and this one.
Yeah, Bogue RV, Bogu, or however you say that.
Yeah, that's where we got some solar panels from.
And we should be getting some more from them here in the future. We're going to be trying out some more just to see how they work out.
Yes.
But anyway, guys, we've spent our time on here tonight. We're after 9 o'clock. It's, let's see here. I'm making sure we haven't missed, I'm sure I've missed a ton tonight, but,
man. Yeah, just put your prayer request up, and,
yeah.
And I know, I'm trying to think if there's anything else right now, not that I know of.
Yeah, we've got our first freeze coming tonight.
Possible freeze.
Possible freeze. We're praying that it doesn't, because our peas are all in the field and they're looking so good.
Thank you, TR.
I'm just hoping and praying we don't get a freeze. But if we get a frost, it's still going to be just as bad, because it'll probably kill them. And it means that daylight in the morning, we'll have to be up picking peas to keep from losing them. And
possibly this cutting sugar cane. We're really pushing it, because usually we don't have a freeze. We're just hoping it stays 33 and above and no freezing tonight.
Somebody saying prayers for Patera and their family. I don't know what that's about. I don't keep up with Patera anymore.
Yeah, I have no clue.
I don't have any clue. I mean, I know that her husband was having some heart problems there for a while.
But we haven't followed her in a long time.
We haven't followed Patera in quite a while.
Poppy Seed said they made my cranberry sauce and used maple syrup instead of sugar. Oh, I bet that was good. So everybody's putting their prayer request up. Oh, they have COVID. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I put a link over on Patreon with a lot of good information, or at least I thought it was good information for anybody that wants to know.
If you want to know about COVID, over on our Patreon link, like Miss Wanda said, Miss Wanda put up a video over there. I think that's probably one of the best videos with the most information that we've ever found on it.
They lay it out. It's talking about the protocol and stuff and what you can do if you don't want to go to the hospital.
Yeah. Matter of fact, they tell you don't go to the hospital.
I'm not even going to read it, but okay, I'm laughing. Anyway, guys, that's probably the best information, and everybody's saying that they enjoyed listening to it, and the way that it's Dr. Ardis, Ardis, Miss Lippy from Gemini Homestead turned me on to him a few weeks ago, and when I saw this interview he did with somebody else a couple of days ago, I decided I had to share it. I sent it to my girls, I sent it to Lippy, I sent it to Jan at Not a Real Farm, and to my son, and then I put it over on Patreon because I don't want to be told, hey, she didn't tell me something. Like Danny said on Porch Time, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. If you want to go over there and watch it and listen, at least you know you've heard it at least one time.
Yeah. Somebody wants to know, what is a high tunnel? A high tunnel is a greenhouse with high sides on it that can be rolled up. Okay, a lot of people have seen it, evidently. But anyway, if you want to know some really good information about this supposedly problem that's going around, go over to Patreon, check it out. We put all that kind of information over there, and I think you'll be shocked when you find out what he talks about.
Yeah, we're not trying to be doctors. We're not trying to push any certain way or anything.
I don't care whether you get
it. And it doesn't have anything to do with this.
No,
it has nothing to do with that. It's simply the protocol they use at the hospitals. He explains it. He talks about what the pneumonia does to you, regular pneumonia versus this with this medicine that they shouldn't be giving you. He explains the medicine. I'm talking in-depth explanation that you can understand. I promise you. You can understand what he's talking about.
Yes. He explains what not to do if you go to the hospital.
Yes, and he gives you links. He gives you websites. He tells you how to find the medicine.
He tells you where you can get free medicine if you can't afford it.
And where to get medicine if you can't afford it. You know, he gives you all the links. I promise you all the links. All right, guys, we've got to pray, and we're going to get... Boy, your hands are rough. His hands is like sandpaper.
That's what I was telling her. I said, my hands, I don't know, you probably can't
rub
see my
them
hands.
Together.
My hands are...
They're like sandpaper.
They're like literal sandpaper. I mean, I told her, I said, it reminds me of the day back whenever I was doing construction work and all that kind of stuff. My hands used to stay that way all the time.
The Grower Solution deal, I think, goes through December 1st, if I'm not mistaken. Or either it's until they run out of materials, one of the two. I don't remember. But I would call them at least call them and ask.
Yeah, call and ask. Okay. Father, we want to come to you tonight and thank you so much. You've been so kind to us all. And Lord, there's a whole host of people on here tonight that has all types of physical issues. I was sitting there watching as the chat was running. Lord, we got people here tonight that's hurting. And Father, they need you. And I'm asking tonight in the name of Christ that you would reach down from your mighty throne and you would heal their bodies of all the sicknesses that's going on. Some have the COVID, and some have all types of heart issues. And I mean, Lord, I was just sitting here looking. I was amazed at all the things, cancers and things that's going on here, the surgeries and things, as I was looking, I was like, oh my word, at the things that's going on. People need you now, Father. Well, the devil is running rampant right now. He knows his time is short, and he is targeting your people, and they need you. So please, in the name of Christ, Father, please be a blessing to these people and answer their prayers as they need healing from you. And Father, we got people here tonight who need to get moved to their homesteads, and we're praying that they can get moved and have safe travel there. And Father, get it done and get it done quickly before it gets to be too short of a time and things begin to collapse any worse than what they are. And Father, we want to pray that the leaders of this country that's wicked, which is about 99.9% of them, that you would remove them from office, Father, and give us some decent people. And if not so, if you're going to judge this nation like I believe you are, then Father, at least be merciful to your people and grant us the food that we're going to need to live with. Help us, Lord, as we try to prepare to help other people. We're making preparations now to try to get some information out to help others, and we're praying that we'll be able to do it in a timely fashion, and others will be blessed because of it, Father. And Lord, just go with us. Oh man, there's so much, Father, we want to talk about here. But Lord, we just want to pray that that you can just find in your heart to grant the blessings of obedience to those that are obedient to you tonight, Father, because they need their storehouses full. They need to be blessed whether they're in the city. They need to be blessed whether they're in the country, Father. They need you. And I pray that if they're obedient, Father, then you'll grant them the blessings of obedience. And Lord, there's a lot here who didn't take the mosquito bite, and they may lose their jobs. And if so, they need blessings financially. So, Father, we're praying that you will bless each and every one here tonight financially also. So, as these prayers come up before you, Father, consider them and have mercy and show grace upon each and every one of us tonight. We ask these things in thy name. Amen.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight, and thank you for all the super chats, for all the well wishes and prayers. Just keep us in your prayers for a while, and
yep. Just
that we can get through with the few projects we've got going, and hopefully next year we can chill more. That's our goal.
Yeah.
We've had a long talk about no more projects. We actually took another one on this week just to see if we can.
And it's to help others.
It's to help others. We didn't need it. It wasn't something
we needed at all, but we made a deal with a company, and hopefully it's going to be a blessing to you guys. That's the only reason we're doing it.
So it's not a big project, but it is an ongoing project once it's started. But then we have...
And we will benefit from it. I can't say we won't benefit. We will benefit from it.
And then we have our big project coming up at the end of the year. And we want to finish the cabin. We are so close with the cabin.
We are.
I want to do a walkthrough and show y'all everything in the cabin in detail. But we have little things here and there that still need doing. And we got the stone. And Danny laid it all out where he wants it on the hearth. And he's had no time to.
I've had no time to even put the mortar to lay it. So
it's just laying there. It's beautiful. It looks good, but it's not down. And so we're hoping to get all this done where we have the cabin finished. Yeah. And we go over there. Now we still go over there and just enjoy it.
Well, we still enjoy it.
We want to have it finished. We want to finish the high tunnels, get everything we need done for those. And the little building Danny's working on is he's going to be putting some electricity in there where he can work. He's going to fix it where we can put our garden tools in there.
Yeah, we got to put some. We got to wire it. We're going to put some insulation in it.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
And so then once we get all these buildings and projects done, comes the task of moving everything, going through his shop, cleaning his shop out, deciding what building gets what. Y'all, I just as soon hide in the house. I don't want to have to help with the shop and moving stuff. I promise you. That is one reason we don't move.
Yeah.
Is because we don't want to touch his shop. We don't want to have to pack his shop up. So if y'all want an incentive for why Deep South don't move, y'all go walk in Danny's shop and you'll go,
that's why we don't. Yeah. Somebody wants to know, do we prefer Walmart or Target? The answer is neither.
We don't have a Target here. So
we don't have a Target here. If we did, I wouldn't go to it.
I don't like Target. I never have.
I don't like Target. I don't like Walmart. I don't like either one of them.
But Walmart's our only choice other than Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah.
So we go to Walmart every 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
And we have a list, and we get the things we have on our list that we cannot get at our local hardware, Piggly Wiggly. We buy local everything we can, as much as we can.
Yeah.
And then we go to Walmart for whatever's left, or I order online. Thank you, Marianne. So.
Miriam.
It says Miriam?
Yeah, Miriam.
Okay, Miriam. I can't say all these names, y'all. I'm sorry. So, guys, y'all be good. We got to go.
We got to get off of here. A lot to do. We will see you guys later. Let me figure out here how I can get this thing down here to where I can even... There's my button right there. I was fixing to say, man, it has disappeared.
It's there. You just got to find it behind stuff.